Hey guys, thanks for joining me for my update on taking cold showers. I believe it's been about 7 days now of doing it, so I have some benefits I'd like to share with you, as well as some recommendations on how to perhaps make it easier. I know when I bring up cold showers to just about anybody that immediately you tense up and cringe because it is hardcore. I'm not gonna lie, it is hard. But it does get easier, and there's some ways that you can ease into it that I'm going to show you. But what's more important is the benefits. So I want to share some of the benefits that I've personally experienced in hopes that it will propel you to want to go ahead and try this. Now, just to start, some days I've been doing straight cold, and others are started with hot and end with cold. So I'm not going to say I've been straight just cold showering. Not it hasn't been happening. I'll explain why in a couple of minutes. But what I do is I do try to stay in the cold water at least a minute. At first some people might only be able to take 15 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. And you could work up to trying to stay in there for a minute. I don't even know that you need a minute. I think for basically the benefits, you probably need about 15 to 30 seconds in there. But I find that a minute is really a test of my strength and willpower, along with, it just feels, I'm taking straight showers like the whole time. So I take 5 to 10 minute showers. So of course, I'm going to be in the cold water, more than 15, 30 seconds. Not to say I don't step out of that shower stream when I can soap a body part and get back in. It's not just straight letting the cold water on. I don't think I could do that. But I am in the shower about 5 to 10 minutes with that cold water. So that's one thing that I do want to mention. What I do is I've heard that the cold water, the way it works, one of the ways it works is that it helps with mitochondria. It stimulates the mitochondria, which is responsible. Mitochondria is responsible for your energy levels, and basically like ATP, that kind of stuff. So it's very important. Very important mitochondria. It's the basic block for energy. So, I guess what I have heard, and I'm not sure this makes sense, is that most of your mitochondria is primarily centered in your forehead area, your head area, like your brain, as well as in your chest. That's where most of it is centered. So what I do is I allow the water to run directly here and directly here on my chest. And that I do, that's the 15, 30 second part. I even let it go longer sometimes. It depends. If I'm feeling in the mood and feeling it, I can let it go longer. What's really interesting is a lot of times I'll notice that after the initial cold, I get into kind of like the Zen type thing where it's almost like my thoughts are clear, I have a focus, and I have this calmness. I don't know if it's I'm leaving my body because it's just too unbearable or what, but it's this really weird, cool feeling when it hits. Like once you get there and you just feel this in this moment, it feels really amazing. So, cold showers are hard. I jump in. I don't know if you're spiritual or not, but I pray to Jesus to help me get through because I need help, and some days are very hard when it's cold outside. You just got out of a cold bed. What have I noticed? What kind of benefits have I noticed? First and foremost, I've noticed a big increase in energy. I'm a napper. I have a chronic illness, which does cause me a lot of tiredness, and I love sleeping as well. So I'm a napper in general, but since taking these cold showers, no naps. I hadn't even really put it together until I just, kind of sat back and thought, well, I hadn't had a nap in a few days and realized I haven't felt the need for one at all. I've had so much energy going throughout the day, which has also helped me lower my caffeine intake. And I'm actually thinking about quitting caffeine altogether. I've used caffeine since I was 24 probably. I'm much older than that now, as you can tell by the grays, but I'm thinking about quitting caffeine because the energy has been that, intense, that noticeable. And it's not the kind of energy you get from caffeine where it's kind of a rush and a buzz, and then you might not feel so great and jittery and it's a very clean energy. There's no come down. It just feels very natural, the energy you get from a cold shower. So that's huge. That's a huge benefit. in and of itself. And if you could just put yourself in a shower for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, and have that benefit, I think that alone makes it worth it. But that's not the only benefit, at least not what I've experienced and others that I've looked into as well. Another benefit I've noticed with the cold showers is it's winter time, and generally when you're taking hot showers, you'll notice your skin gets really dry and you'll have to put lotion on. None. I'm not using any lotion right now, and I haven't been the last 7 days. There's no need. My skin is smooth. My hair is soft and smooth as well. So it's just my skin, my hair, everything feels softer and smoother. I don't really even know if I would need conditioner in my hair. I mean, that would be something I would like to try since lotion isn't needed. Maybe I would need conditioner. I don't know. I don't know how that all works, but I've just noticed a huge improvement in the softness, the smoothness of my skin, lack of drying out. That's a wonderful benefit. You look better. One other thing I've noticed, that this was a big surprise for me, really surprising, because I've always felt that to shave you needed hot water. Like they would show the barber shop, where they put the hot towel on your face and all that before they gave you a shave. But I found the opposite to be true. Not that I shave, I do shave my neck, so not that I shave a lot, but with cold water, it's almost like it tightens your pores and just gives you a smoother, tighter surface to work with, so that I don't get razor burn afterwards. It's just a really smooth, clean, it feels like it's a deeper shave. I use a razor, so it feels like a closer shave in the cold water, which was really surprising to me. I did not think that was going to be the case. So that was very interesting. Shaving your legs, whatever you may do in there. I believe it's going to be easier for you if you're taking a cold shower. There are goosebumps to contend with sometimes, but I haven't experienced any problems from that. So that's good. Another thing that I read about and wasn't quite sure how that worked was better immunity. And the interesting thing was I was kind of coming off of a cold that was kind of lingering when I started these cold showers. Taking them seemed to clear it up pretty quickly. It took care of it quicker than usual for me. Like a cold can linger on for a while for me. It went away pretty quickly. I know 7 days isn't a testament to how well this can boost immunity, but in my case, it did seem to speed up the illness, speed up recovery from the illness, and I think first sign of a cold again, I'm gonna take a few showers a day if I have to, just to knock it out along with some vitamin C. So that was interesting. That's an interesting one because we all don't want to be sick, and in the wintertime especially, as hard as it is to take cold showers, now's the time to do it for the boost in immunity. Really big one that I felt. I suffer from depression, stress response is poor, I have anxiety. All of those have improved dramatically. And I'm not sure exactly how, but I have noticed my mood just generally overall in a day has been much brighter, less stress, less anxiety. Part of that might be because you put yourself through such an immense amount of stress jumping into that shower when everything hits, that anything after that is a piece of cake. The rest of your day, if I had to do a public speech or something, it'd probably be easier sometimes than that cold shower. It can be intense, but at the same time, 15, 30 seconds in cold water a day, if it can help you with your depression, your anxiety, your stress, I think it's worth it. That's another benefit that's huge. I mean, and all these benefits I'm seeing are huge for me. So these all motivate me to get in there every day and to keep taking cold showers. The last one I've really noticed, and this is big for me too, because I suffer from chronic pain. I took an antibiotic a while back, years ago, Levaquin. Also be aware of Cipro, Avalox. I just like to mention these because they're commonly handed out and they can have horrible side effects, permanent side effects. So one thing I do suffer from is pain, and it can be pretty intense at times. So, generally you would think of a hot shower like easing down your muscles and relaxing them, and that would be a benefit for pain. But the opposite I find is true with the cold water. And as I kind of reflected on it, I thought about it, and I realized that athletes use it after, performing. They'll use cold, submerge themselves into cold baths and that kind of thing as part of speeding up recovery. So The cold in the cold showers has helped my pain. It, in ways I did not imagine, did not anticipate. And I know I once tried cryotherapy before in the past, and if you're not familiar with that, it lowers your core temperature down a lot. So all the blood supposedly rushes to, your core to keep it protected, and then as you come out, it rushes back out, improves circulation and things. I think this is somewhat similar to that. I have somewhat similar results to a cryotherapy session, which was $70. So, and you can do this in your home. So the pain reduction was another noticeable one. So right now we're talking about increased energy. We're talking about looking healthier, feeling healthier, smoother skin. We're talking about increased immunity. We're talking about improved depression, improved mood, and we're talking about, pain relief. Like, these are all huge, huge things that if you could just give 15 to 30 seconds a day in a cold shower, you can experience them as well. So I thought that was really, really cool. One thing that they mentioned that I haven't experienced yet is that it says that it helps burn fat. I could see that kind of because you are jumping around in there and as it hits you, but and also I would imagine that you're burning calories because your body is trying to adjust to the cold. But yeah, supposedly it burns a kind of fat called brown fat, and I don't know a ton about it, but for people looking for weight loss help or there's another added benefit I haven't experienced yet in 7 days that I've noticed, but maybe over a long time I will. So that's something I really wanted to mention. Again, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to say that it's easy to do it. It does get easier. Your first few days are going to be the hardest. 3-4 days are the hardest. Then it started to. I've kind of gotten into a flow now. The last 3 days, But I believe, like, when God designed us, He didn't intend for. We weren't made to have a lot of these things in our life. Like Wi-Fi is something I don't believe. Processed food. He didn't design us to have a part of that. And I don't believe we were really designed to have hot water running over our body. So there is some benefit. Our ancestors used to shower or bathe in cold streams, I'm sure. So, it's just something that I believe maybe it's a little more the way we were intended to be. So I do say a prayer before getting in for help. And I find that makes it easier for me. If you're a spiritual person, you'll know what I mean. Lord, give me strength, or all things are possible through God. Now, there are 2 ways to go about doing the cold showers. And when I say cold showers, you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to just have to jump into this freezing cold water. And yeah, there are days I do that. But there's also the second way to do it is to take a hot shower first and then reduce your water down to cold and stay in it for your 15, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you can withstand, to get those benefits. It still works. It still gives you those benefits, I believe. One thing I did notice about the hot shower, if I just take cold showers, my hair seemed to be more weighted down. Like, maybe it wasn't getting as clean. Maybe it needs some of that hot water to kind of do its job. And I believe, like, my skin is softer because a lot of my natural oils are still remaining. So I do take a hot shower, and I think I'll continue probably taking a hot shower 2 times a week, maybe just to get myself as clean as possible. The rest of the day, I'm still clean. I mean, I'm taking a shower. I don't think I'm disgusting, but those natural oils that kind of stay with you, a hot shower seems to kind of knock that down. So that's one thing I would want to mention is that, you could take a hot shower, and you could start out with a hot shower and just simply use, last step would be leaving the conditioner in your hair if you use conditioner, or last step, just rinsing it out with the cold water, letting the water hit your forehead and your chest. And just, experiencing those benefits, then getting out and drying off. But ending your shower with a 15, 30 second to a minute cold blast to kind of get all those benefits. I know that, it's hard for people to think that this many benefits could come from a cold shower, but really, if they can, would it not be worth it to try? And the answer for me was obviously yes. And like I said, I do get those moments now that I've become more comfortable with it already in this week, to where that Zen moment comes in. I just feel good. Like, I'm just in this place where it feels really comfortable. So, and as weird as that might sound, being in the cold shower, I feel very comfortable. So what I'm saying is give it a try. If you can do it. And I think that, if the benefits I listed, if those are things that you want, then it's pretty easy to get, and it's only 30 seconds of discomfort in your morning. So that's huge. And I just kind of want to leave it at that note. I might do another update video if things do change more so, but as far as it stands right now, I'm going to continue on with this. I am going to keep taking my cold showers. I can't wait for summer because I know it's going to be a lot easier then. But yeah, I think this is something I'm going to stick with. I feel the benefits are far outweigh, the minute to 5 minutes I spend in a cold shower in the morning. And that all-day energy is just off the charts. To be able to quit caffeine for somebody like me that's been so dependent on it for so long, that's big. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have taken cold showers, let me know down in the comments below. Any questions, go ahead and leave them down there. Throw a like if you like this video. Go ahead and throw a thumbs down if you don't. It's all cool. And if you'd want to contact me privately, some people don't like leaving comments but want to ask questions, that's fine. I offer up my Instagram account. It's at 50 Shades of Graydon _. I will put it in the description below if you'd like to contact me through that. Comments are always welcome. I try to answer all questions I get. So that's where we're at. More updates on some other subjects to come soon. But yeah, for now, cold showers, it's my new way. And I think everybody should give it a shot and see how they do. Until next time.